This is a second example of pivot tables. I'm going to show you again a simple pivot table. Firstly, highlight all my data and then go Insert, Pivot Table from Table Range. I've got my range that I've highlighted in my dialog box under Table Range. I want to choose where my pivot table to be placed. I click on Existing Sheet and now I simply click where I want my pivot table. I click on OK and I want to see, so I've got ID state, ID, date of sales, state, numbers, number of units sold, and sales in dollars. So those column headings appear on my pivot table fields panel that I've got here on the side. Now I'm going to say I want to see sales in dollars by state. And I think, oh, that's wonderful, but I want to see a bit more. I also want to see the number of units sold. And there I see for every state the number of units sold. So I could just simply click on more stuff. But now I want to say, okay, I don't want to see it by state. I want to see it by date. Okay? And when I click the date, because I've clicked on a date field, the computer knows that the date has year, month, and day. So I'm going to see here at the bottom on the row square, years, quarters, month. So the computer had given me fields for year and quarter and month. The bottom one is the name of the column heading. But it had given me other fields as well because I clicked on a date. So here it shows the date. When I click on the little plus to expand, I see the quarters, and if I expand my quarters, it shows the month, and if I expand the month, I see the individual dates of that month and the amounts that was made on those dates. So I'm going to again collapse that, okay? So what I'm now going to do is, let's collapse to year. I'm going to go here to my rows, and I'm going to say, well, I actually want to see my quarters in the columns. So I can drag it across to the columns as if it's a normal field. And I can see for every year, that is what I made in every quarter. And I can still expand, and there I've got my months. So I can see for every month what I've made. And basically that's all you do. So I can drag the quarters back to years, and if I want to, I can drag the months over to columns. So just to show you, I can play around with my field. Let's say, oh, I don't want to see the number of units sold anymore. I just want to see the sales in dollars. So I just drag it off because I don't want too much data on my pivot table. It's too much. I can't look at so much. Okay, so there I've got my sales in dollars. Okay, sales in dollars. I get the sum of it, year, quarter, and month and date. This is the column name, and years and quarters. So there's my years, my quarters. I can expand the year as well there, and I've got my months over in the columns. And it's just to show you that I can drag and drop from rows to columns. And when I'm in a year, the computer, when I'm in a date field, like for instance, the date of sale, which is actually a date field, okay, because my computer knows how to work with dates, it actually gives me in my pivot table the opportunity to work separately with the year and separately with the quarters and separately with the months. Okay, so that is all there is to it. It's very simple.